All right, so tonight, my name is Breeze. I do this, and I also have a company called Zephyr Workshop. We make a game called Aegis. If you don't know my game Aegis, like us at facebook.com/Project Aegis. We're going to Kickstarter soon. But we also have two other games in development. One of them is a card game, which my compatriot JJ right there has been demoing.
Hello.
And our other game is a mobile game called Florafiora, and it was decided which one we were presenting an hour ago. So, alright, so this is Florafiora, Siege Your Worlds. It was something that we presented at the Master G Game Challenge last year. Yeah, so let's get started. Alright, so, third, I don't know how to pitch this game. Alright.
You pitched it last year and won a category.
I know. We came in second last year. It was great. So, all right. So the game. There's a universe. There are a lot of these little planetoids where these little guys named citizens live. There are other planetoids where there are also little citizens that live there, but they're very lonely. And so, it is your job as the player to build connections between these planets and make a big, happy, healthy, tiny universe. So these are influences. That's a Daisy, that's Fallout Shelter, that's Pikmin, and that is Vincent Van Gogh. It's basically like that. Basically, the gameplay is a cross between Fallout Shelter and Pikmin. It has it's basically a worker placement sim game where you're managing resources and moving characters around. And it's also like Pikmin, where there's sometimes time challenges and there's different types of units that do different things. So we spent the last year going and ramping up some concept work. We have a really great artist named Emily Hancock, and she does some really great, amazing art pieces. And so we have a nice, better looking, awesome universe. The colors are actually amazing on this surface. It kind of looks like a wishy-washy here. So we have a nice, great universe. We have three final citizens. We have the Flora citizens, which collect pollen. We have the Mars citizens, which collect water. And we have the Marigold citizens, which defend your planets from attackers and other things. And they have been reduced to cute little sprite form here. So the game is an iPad game. You have planets, you got other planets, and the cool thing about the game is that you use the vines to fling your citizens from planets you currently inhabit to planets you do not inhabit yet. And the planets that do not inhabit yet require certain citizens and certain resources. So basically you have to send ambassadors that you already have to other planets, so you can make friends with them and then grow a connection between them. So close up, he'll be supporting the relationships between a few little planets. And as you progress through the game, a few more little planets. And then as you go even further in the game, you'll be managing a very large, tiny universe. So we have a bunch of different planets in the game. Here we have the flower planet. They produce flora. They produce the pink flora citizens. And then you use the pink flora citizens to go to these vine planets that produce the vines that connect the planets. And they visit the water planets that produce the Mars citizens. And then you have them go and collect water from water resource planets. And they take those resources so you can continue bringing them to other home planets where you'll be able to get more citizens. Take citizens, send them the resources, and then they bring back resources so you can expand. And not only that, there are enemies in the game, like giant owls that just kind of appear from giant egg-shaped planets and start attacking your vines and attacking your citizens. So that's why you spawn more marigold citizens to go and fling at them, or they'll attach to the enemy and start beating them senseless with a stick. And that's Florafiora. What's up? Unity. We actually have the prototype all built out and nice. It is just not functioning because we're swapping in all of the art. Anyone else?
How are you doing with like the artwork? Is it like vector or is it just raster?
We're actually doing straight up raster artwork. There are a bunch of PNGs and animated things that we animate in Photoshop. Yep. And particle effects and all that. What else? Yeah, Jimmy Beals.
What is the overall like ultimate goal / objective of the game?
So the game is actually going to have several stages. It's almost like a roller coaster tycoon style game where you have a stage that has certain objectives that you meet, and eventually you just hit a point where you've completed the objective and it starts being very self-sufficient. And when you complete objectives, you unlock either stage 2 and stage 3. It has kind of a Star Fox 64 kind of level progression. And then, so as you progress through levels, the idea is that certain levels later will cause problems for the early levels you completed. That gives you a reason to go back to them. But more of it, it's basically a sim game. So you just want to try to make a very self-sufficient universe in the end. Yeah. Woo! Ah, Nick Gilmartin.
It's look a lot like the Prince's Planet from Katamari Damacy. Is that?
Actually, so the story about this game's development is the first 3 slides I show were in a pretty different art style, and that's because those were 3 pieces of art made for a storyboarding class like 4 years ago. And then we just kind of took that for the last game challenge, and we made up the game based on those 3 pictures last year. And then we built a game off of those, continuing. So I don't actually know where she got the inspiration. She's a big Katamari fan. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, thank you guys very much.